My name's Tom Jensen. Welcome to Tom's Guide to a Marathon. Today's episode's called Visualizing, Conscious Effort, Success, Failure, and Determination. Kind of these few days all tied together to make this story work like that. First of all, my 4-mile run this week, it was good. Simple, but something happened. As I was running, I started thinking about what am I going to listen to? And then I realized, about a mile or two out from the finish line, I think the headphone comes off and you listen to the song of victory. You listen to the cheers of those people who are watching you, who don't realize what you've just done, but they cheer you anyway. And I visualized myself running down the street towards that finish line. And the feelings of victory and happiness and joy and all of those things kind of welled up inside of me, and it felt amazing. And it was a perfect thing to do. I should do that more often. Then we talk about failure. Oops. So little things come up. I had a speed workout, 5 laps around the block. It shouldn't have been a big deal. Silly blizzard came in, and after 2 laps, I just said, I think I'm done for the day. I really don't want to run fast in the snow. It's not a good idea. Now, on one hand, it was simple wisdom to quit. But on the other hand, I paid a steep price for quitting. And you never learn that steep price until the next day. But that's when I learned my steep price, because I had another workout, only this time, I didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to go. I just want to take a day off. But this is where we learn about determination. I decided to do it anyway. So I did. It was a very interesting workout. So I did take this workout. Now, it was a weird one. Of course, I ran into the time warp where I was not going anywhere, and 2.85 miles later, it's been 3 hours, and what? Not really, but it felt like that. But then I kept running, and I got to 4 miles, and then I discovered something. After 4 miles, you enter the championship zone. You enter the zone where all of a sudden your body starts to feel good. You start to gain strength, your power, and everything gets better because you're doing more than the minimum. That's kind of the key. But you enter the championship zone when you do more than just the minimum, and that's the attitude that'll take you further than you ever dreamed of. Reminds me of a great story from college. I was in fantastic shape. I played rugby, and I was good. I was at the gym with my dad, and I just asked myself a question. What if? What if I set that treadmill to run a 4-minute mile? Can I run a 4-minute mile? Well, there's only one way to find out in that scenario. That's what I did. So I pushed the numbers. The treadmill didn't come up with red lights saying, "Tom, this is stupid." No, it just said, hit the go button and see what happens. So I did. And 4 minutes later, I had been running as hard, it's fast. Don't let them fool you. But 4 minutes later, the treadmill stopped, and I had run a mile in 4 minutes. Just like that. It was amazing. I was pleased. My confidence was big. Now, I was sick for a week, and my lungs, I think they didn't know what to do with it. But they carried me through for 4 minutes, so nothing else really mattered. And now everywhere I go, whenever I'm telling a story, I can tell somebody I ran a 4-minute mile. Because I did. Because I entered the championship zone, and it was fun. And that's what you get today. Visualizing, conscious effort, success, failure, and determination. Give it a try. Face it all. It's coming. It'll happen. But you can do this. Thanks for listening. I'm Tom Jensen.